entertainment and carnival action. If you long for the fun and sun of the Caribbean, download our app now to watch One Caribbean Television on the go, live or on demand.
Watch my reports from Delta County only on 19 News.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sarah Blakely. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, the 7th man arrested in an undercover operation in Marquette County 2 weeks ago makes his first court appearance. What he's charged with and the sting on child sex crimes. Plus, Bay College administrators are happy with enrollment numbers as students start the new semester. What school leaders say helped bring the numbers up this year. And reliving memories. The Iron Mountain community shares stories of an old church that's set to be demolished soon. Your 19 News starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
Well, at least around here, it kind of tried to rain today, but it was definitely noticeably cooler again today too, Ariane.
It sure was, Sarah. And you know what? Everybody embraced that coolness because it's about to get real hot coming up this weekend and even into next week. Check it out. We could be seeing temperatures in the 90s next week, 80s this weekend. Very cold conditions, though, tonight. We'll expect to be in that 30 to 40 degree range, so possible patchy frost. And then we have some fog that we're expecting to roll in tonight into our morning tomorrow. And then, like I mentioned, we'll see a rise in temperatures, most of that coming this weekend into early next week. Your 7-day outlook's coming up after the break.
Thank you very much, Ariane. We now know the name of the 7th and final man arrested in an undercover operation into child sex crimes in Marquette County 2 weeks ago. The Marquette County Prosecutor's Office confirms 68-year-old Calvin Velt of Sault Ste. Marie was arraigned yesterday morning. He's pictured in the top left corner on your screen here. He faces 4 charges, 1 count of child abuse of commercial activity, 2 counts of using a computer to commit a crime, a 20-year felony, and accosting a child for immoral purposes. He posted bond of $1,000 and is scheduled to appear in court again September 7th. Velt is one of 7 men who were arrested when they traveled to a location in Forsyth Township to meet with a 15-year-old for sex who happened to be a decoy officer. You can read more about this case right now on our website, WZMQ19.com, and our mobile app. In Escanaba, Bay College is welcoming students back to campus this week. According to Bay's Student Services Vice President, enrollment is strong this semester for both traditional students and high schoolers taking dual enrollment classes. He says thanks to the Michigan Reconnect program, more non-traditional students are getting their education at Bay College, creating more opportunities for community members and a stronger workforce for the UP.
The program is open to all programs. We see a lot of students going into career programs, so could be nursing, water tech, EMT, paramedic, those kinds of things. Get students skills and then go out to the workforce.
Enrollment is still open at Bay College through the end of this week. Applications are available at the Student Services and Admissions offices. The fall semester is just getting started, and another handful of school districts started their semester today. Negaunee students went back to class, which can bring some nerves and maybe some longing for more summer days. But some senior students, looking back on the previous years of school, say the atmosphere has shifted since the pandemic and that it's bittersweet in their last year to finally be getting to have a normal day.
Like our first 2 years of high school, our grade, because of COVID, so we had like all sorts of like online stuff, so it wasn't like normal first day of school. So it's kind of weird to think about how far we've come from that and how everything's back to like normal now.
Coming up tonight at 11:10 Central, hear from one teacher in Negaunee who had her first day of teaching today. Escanaba High School football fans and parents are raising money for stadium renovations. The $400,000 project will include overhauling the current bleachers at the stadium, which date back to the 1950s. The Eskimo Fan Club is organizing the project and donations are being accepted. School administrators hope the renovations will make watching games more enjoyable and help with on-field performance.
Having the crowds, that are receptive and involved in the sporting event itself. The players feed off of that. The coaches feed off of that. They love having the people there behind them cheering them on.
The school hopes to have the project completed within the next 2 years. More information on how you can donate to the project is found on our website and mobile app. And Packers fans and history buffs will soon have their fair share of century-old sports stories of the UP. This Saturday, the Emmy-nominated documentary Linked to Legends will be streamed for free on WNMU TV's website. The film was produced by NMU professor Dwight Brady. It's about 5 UP communities and their teams that played against the Packers and other NFL teams from 1919 to 1926. The film explores stories of personal victories from blue-collar workers that Brady says are entertaining for all audiences.
Those types of stories, the triumphant ones and even the tragic ones that I think make this documentary appealing to people who are not necessarily football fans. They can appreciate just the humanity of what these hardworking people did back in those days.
We'll have a link to the documentary airing this weekend on our website and mobile app. Just head to WZMQ19.com. In Dickinson County, some community members are reliving old memories of a historic church. WZMQ's Iron Mountain Bureau reporter Amy Doyle has their stories.
The Pentecostal Assembly of God Church is soon to be demolished, and the Dickinson County Treasurer is opening up the church for those who want to share their stories or keep a piece of the church's memories.
This church, it was built in the early 1900s, so I mean there is so much history here.
The church was abandoned in the early 80s, and this demo is the second part of 3 projects taking place within the city. The project is part of a State of Michigan Land Bank Authority blight grant. Kerry has a crew that's working for the land bank that will pull out the salvageable memories to be stored in a county warehouse.
My hope is that we can distribute some of these mementos into people's lives and they can continue with their memories even though the building's not here.
The warehouse will be opened up to community members like Carol Bartamioli, who'd like to share a piece of the memorable church artifacts. Bartamioli's mother played piano at the Assembly of God for 45 years.
She loved to play, and she would play while her mother played the violin. One time, my grandma, which was her mother, came to her after church at this church and said, "Hilka, tone it down. This is a church, not a bar."
Kerry hasn't narrowed down an exact date for the demo, but says the demo will take place within the next 2 months. Anyone interested in acquiring a church artifact can contact the county treasurer's office.
I get it because I did grow up in a church, and I get it.
Bartamioli says today a last service was held with the Assembly of God congregation here at the demo site and was completed at the new Assembly of God Church in Briding by Pastor David Harms. Amy Doyle, WZMQ 19 News, Iron Mountain.
Your first morning weather forecast is coming up after this break, as well as What's Up with Megan. She has all the details on another music festival taking over Marquette's Lower Harbor Park this weekend. And later, the latest on Hurricane Idalia, now a Category 3 storm headed for Florida's Gulf Coast. We're back in 2 minutes.
19 News is brought to you by Dan Perkins Construction.
When you put on a product this nice, you want to sing it from the rooftops. You know my roof's good looking, will last the rest of your life. Each day I go to work thinking, we're doing this right. Buy a roof for me and I think you'll see you'll be happy as a gherkin. 'Cause we do it right and we're really polite. Take it from me, Dan Perkins. You try rhyming something with Perkins.
Summer won't last forever, but with a great selection of vehicles during Toyota's national sales event, there is still time to capture new memories. Hey, how are you? With friends and family. Before it all flies by.
Make some memories in the aggressively sophisticated new Highlander or electrified Highlander Hybrid and get APR financing as low as 3.99% plus 2 years no-cost maintenance.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
New fun and games are here. I'm Jerry O'Connell inviting you to come and play Pictionary, weeknights at 7 on WZMQ TV 19.
believe in patriotism. We believe in our country. For 100 years, veterans have been impacting our nation through the American Legion. Learn more at legion.org/webelieve.
Now, WZMQ 19 News First Warning Weather with Ariane Stasic.
Well, it's a little after Humongous Fungus Fest, but check out this shot. I can't remember exactly what kind of mushroom, but Michelle Lookey, thank you so much for taking those wonderful shots over in the western UP. Today, though, we saw a high of about 63. Yes, it's a little bit chilly right now. That will be changing in the next couple of hours. Tonight, though, our current temperatures right now in that 50 to 65 degree range. We're going to see those drop a little bit drastically this evening. Of course, cooler in the west interior. We could even see, yes, we're seeing 40s there, but we could see some 30-degree temps. So taking a look at our comfort index this evening into our Wednesday morning and afternoon. As you can see, we'll be in that cool, dry zone. So it's going to be a little bit chilly for a little bit longer. Let's take a look at what's happening in the next 24 hours. Tomorrow we'll expect that dense fog that we should be expecting this evening starting after midnight, along with some patchy frost into our morning, and then sunny conditions throughout the day. Those temperatures 65 to 75, a little bit cool, and will warm up just a tad tomorrow night, expecting clear skies, but again, patchy fog returning. Taking a look at what we are seeing on the radar, it is fairly dry at the moment, although we have had some scattered showers over here in the eastern portion of the UP. That is expected to clear on out this evening. Taking a look at the radar right now, not really anything on there. So taking a look this evening into our Wednesday morning, those clouds clearing out a little bit after 8 o'clock tonight, hence those cooler temperatures this evening with no clouds in the sky. And then we'll have sunny conditions into our Wednesday night. Clear skies. Thursday, we'll have some clouds pushing in later on in the evening, but it should be a nice sunny day on Thursday as well. And taking a look at the schools that are starting tomorrow, we've got Escanaba, Ishpeming, Iron Mountain, and Mid-Penn. Everybody in that 60-degree range around noon, and then those temperatures jumping up just a little bit by the end of the school day to about 65 degrees. Sunshine across the board. Everybody warming up compared to today, even into those 70-degree range. And we've got the farmers market, the final farmers market in the evening here in downtown Marquette. We'll expect sunny conditions, a little less gusty than last Wednesday, so that's good news as well. And it should be a little bit calm, I should say, with those mid-60-degree range. 7-day outlook, we'll have cool sunshine tomorrow, and then those temperatures starting to climb up. 78 on Thursday, 81 here on Friday, and then, friends, 89 on Sunday. So the Marquette Blues Fest, Area Blues Fest, if you're headed to that, it is going to be a wonderful weekend for that event.
Thank you very much, Ariane. And let's find out what's up with Megan O'Connor. Megan, Marquette is having quite the musical ending to summer.
That's right, Sarah. The 19th Marquette Area Blues Fest takes place this weekend, and you aren't going to want to miss out. Blues Fest features 3 days of world-class blues on the shores of Lake Superior in Matson Lower Harbor Park in downtown Marquette from September 1st through 3rd. This year's festival also offers various food vendors, a beer and wine tent, free workshops, assorted arts and crafts booths, and more. Blues Fest will kick off with a free concert Friday at 6 p.m. To purchase tickets for the remainder of the weekend, head to Northern Michigan's ticketing website or call 906-227-1032. Or, better yet, volunteer and get in for free. Yes, Blues Fest is still looking for volunteers, and if you volunteer for 2 shifts, your ticket price will be reimbursed. To sign up for volunteering, head to upersunited.com.
Volunteering at Blues Fest is kind of the best of both worlds. You get to attend Blues Fest and help your community at the same time.
I agree. I volunteer every single year at the beer and wine tent, so if you come on Friday, I'll be there. But yeah, I love volunteering. It's so fun.
Yes, and then Blues Fest is always such a big deal, and I love that, you know, we had Harbor Fest and then we have Blues Fest like right afterwards, and it really is a cool way to end summer here in Marquette.
Yeah, Party City nonstop.
Yeah, that's true. So what else do we have going on? I can't believe Labor Day weekend is already here.
So Monday is Labor Day, and we have a few events related to the holiday. So the 113th annual Dickinson County Fair takes place August 31st through September 4th. More information on the fair can be found at dickinsoncountyfair.com. Ontonagon will be hosting its Labor Day festival this Friday through Monday. The annual celebration is held at locations throughout the village of Ontonagon. Find out more information on the festival's Facebook page. The Marquette Marathon, powered by NMU, takes place this Saturday. If you want to participate in the marathon, a half marathon, a relay, or a 5K, you can register at marquettemarathon.com. The Rocks Lions Club 78th Annual Labor Day Celebration and Parade is also this Saturday. Enjoy parade downtown starting at 11 a.m., followed by a cookout and fun activities for the whole family at the Lions Club grounds. And in Manistee, enjoy the 6th Annual Labor Day Movie Event at Highway 2 Community Drive-In Theater, the only drive-in movie theater in the Upper Peninsula. Taking place Saturday, the gates will open at 7 p.m., Batman will begin at 9, and The Dark Knight will play at 11. Also, this event is free.
Not a bad list of events for the weekend.
I agree.
Thank you very much, Megan.
Of course.
Still ahead tonight, another musical feature. You might recognize him. We caught up with Marquette pianist Bob Butchko about his colorful career teaching hundreds to play piano and performing around the country.
John Zotto has big news. We've moved. Don't worry, we didn't go far. And it's still John's Auto, which means clean cars and great service. Come see for yourself. John's Auto Marquette.
Tonight, we're live in Florida as people prepare for Hurricane Idalia, the latest on the storm's path. Then, what prescription drugs could get cheaper as Medicare negotiates prices for the first time, and the technology that could save lives in a school safety emergency on the CBS Evening News.
Now more than ever, you need to know what's happening here in Washington. Decisions affecting your life by the people you set here. I'm Rachel Knapp, tracking the daily decisions by your senators and representatives. That's my job, and I report to you. Healthcare, education, the economy, taxes, jobs, all hang in the balance. Watch my reports from Capitol Hill only on WZMQ 19 News.
Summer has arrived in the UP, and everything feels new and fresh. Now's the best time to get inspired and get out there. Take advantage of all the events, fairs, festivals, and parades that make the UP so great. WZMQ 19 News and Weather, getting you ready for Summer Fun 2023. Live and local 19 News, weeknights at 6 and 11.
Your one place for everything Caribbean is on One Caribbean Television. Visit our website to subscribe and download our app. Watch One Caribbean Television anytime, anywhere, live or on demand on your TV, phone, tablet, or computer.
This is home for CBS, WZMQ 19.
At John's Auto, we love our new location because it lets us serve you better. Now we can service your car and detail it so it's super clean. Come see for yourself. John's Auto Marquette.
You're watching the award-winning WZMQ 19 News, live and local with Sarah Blakely.
Throughout the decades, music venues across the UP have brought music artists like Keith Urban, Def Leppard, even Kiss to perform up here. Well, WZMQ's Mitchell Rife sat down with a local legend who you might recognize, and to some, his musical talent has a lifelong impact.
Bob Butchko is an award-winning pianist who's performed around town and around the country.
By myself, I've played piano bar in every place in town. The Northwoods, the Crow's Nest, if you remember, used to be the top floor of the Landmark Inn. And in fact, I even went down to Escanaba and played a few times down at the Terrace on the Bay.
Underneath the fame and UP fortune, Bob is also a local piano and ukulele teacher who's been learning the keys since he was 6 years old. After finishing studying at Northern Michigan University, Bob achieved his master's degree in music education and soon after began teaching.
I grew up at the prison. My dad was the warden, and so I gave my lessons out there. But just before, when my dad retired, just before we left to move into town, I got a call for my first professional student.
Bob has the ability to play by ear and says that it's become a vital skill when teaching a new musician. He's taught students ranging from as young as 3 to as old as 30, and says no matter the age, as soon as you can feel the tone, reading and playing sheet music becomes second nature.
You do have to work at it a lot too, and I have students who do have some of that ability, and I go with their strengths when they do. I have one boy who plays and sings, and he does Billy Joel and Elton John, and he's performing professionally, and he's only 13 years old, or 12, I think.
He says he may not be a millionaire, but with the piano, he feels like he's rich in his world.
The trick is doing a walking bass like that along in the chords and keep up the speed.
What's something that draws you to the piano, draws you to the keys every day?
Oh, well, I feel like I have a natural ability for some things that, because when I'm like, I play piano bar or play with my band sometimes. There's times when I'm just doing stuff and I'm not even sure how I'm doing it. I'm just coming out of me.
You might be able to catch Bob playing around town with his band or solo, or you just might want to take lessons from the Marquette legend himself. Mitchell Reif, WZMQ 19 News, Marquette.
Well, still ahead tonight on your 19 News, Hurricane Idalia intensifies as it approaches the Gulf Coast of Florida. How residents there are preparing for the storm.
The one thing that's lacking is a little romance.
Just got out of a long-term relationship, but I'm not giving in to temptation, not this time.
What will happen when the game changes? Now, from here on out, it's every man and woman for themselves.
This game is about to get rough, and I'm prepared for it, but I think there's a few people here that aren't.
The Challenge USA, all new this Thursday at 10/9 Central on CBS.
Shop hundreds of lazy boys at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Kick back in comfort in an industry-leading recliner. Choose from all fabrics, colors, and sizes with prices starting as low as $4.99, plus free delivery. Shop Kirkish Furniture in Houghton today.
IRS, open up.
The IRS is the most feared agency in the country and has the power to seize assets, garnish wages, and even put you in jail for back taxes and unfiled tax returns. Don't be a victim. Call Kick IRS right now and let us kick those IRS problems out of your life once and for all. Our powerful team of tax experts will fight hard for you and will not stop until we've resolved your tax problems on your terms. And if you qualify, we may even reduce or eliminate your tax debt altogether. No more sleepless nights wondering when the IRS is going to come after you. Take control of your tax problems today and make the phone call. We have an A rating with the Better Business Bureau, and we offer a 100% written guarantee, so there's nothing to lose and everything to gain. The consultation is free and the phone call is free. So pick up the phone right now and kick those IRS problems out of your life once and for all.
Call 800-871-9227. That's 800-871-9227. 800-871-9227.
WZMQ 19 News, live and local news, first warning weather, exclusive interviews. Named Best Newscast by the Michigan Association of Broadcasters. Make the switch to WZMQ 19 News.
Hurricane Idalia is churning in the Gulf of Mexico, headed toward Florida's Big Bend area just north of Tampa. Forecasters expect it will arrive as a powerful Category 3 storm, bringing storm surge and high winds to all of Florida's Gulf Coast. Jason Allen is in the city of Crystal River, where evacuation has already begun.
Hurricane Idalia made its presence known in the Florida Keys, outer bands lashing Key West Tuesday. Forecasters expect the storm will quickly intensify before making landfall in Florida's Big Bend region as a Category 3 hurricane.
10, 12 plus feet of storm surge could happen in some of those areas. And the storm surge is not something, you're not going to win that battle.
Officials have ordered evacuations in low-lying areas. Many are heeding the warnings, boarding up homes and protecting businesses with sheets of plastic and sandbags.
It has all the possibilities of flooding big time here.
Those planning to ride out the storm have cleared grocery store shelves. Longtime Florida resident Dave Iowanic picked up some essentials and says the predicted storm surge has him worried.
This is different. We haven't seen this kind of water coming. 9 to 12 is something to look at.
Here in Crystal River, Florida, north of Tampa, we've seen a steady stream of trucks towing trailers, boats, moving items out of low-lying areas that could end up under several feet of water. Idalia already passed Cuba, flooding parts of the western tip. Forecasters expect after landfall in Florida, the storm will cross the peninsula and drench southern Georgia. Idalia is expected to reach the Carolinas by Thursday.
And that major storm that hit lower Michigan late last week is making for some major cleanup as well. A total of 7 tornadoes have been confirmed in the storms that swept clear across the lower half of the mitten. Elle Myers was in Williamston with a look at how the owner of a well-loved fall tradition is taking stock of the damage.
Residents here in mid-Michigan are just beginning to pick up the pieces after an EF1 tornado ripped its way through the area late last week. Now the damage is widespread and there's no estimate on just how much it'll take to rebuild. That's especially true for Mark Benjamin. He's the owner and operator of a beloved corn maze and haunted trail, complete with animatronic monsters.
And we stored all of our props for a haunted trail. Animatronic monsters and all that is buried underneath there.
Benjamin's neighborhood just south of 96 saw major damage Thursday night. Officials told me on Friday it will take weeks, if not months, to estimate the cost of the storm. But Benjamin already has a guess as to his cost.
There's probably $60,000 of animatronic monsters in here stuck. And this guy is called Impaled. That was his real name for that animatronic prop before he got impaled again.
Despite the significant damage to property, Benjamin's family, who all live nearby, are thankfully safe and accounted for. In total, the tornado is responsible for 5 deaths so far. Governor Whitmer issued states of emergency last week for Wayne and Monroe counties, then expanded it to include Ingham, Eaton, and Livingston counties.
This is just going to be a couple-year cleanup. There is so much debris out here in my fields. The combine, when it goes through the harvest this fall, I'm literally going to be walking next to the combine, pulling 2x4s and nails out of the combine's way, and then coming back with the wagons and picking it all up. It's just going to be forever to get it cleaned up.
Benjamin tells me he does plan to start over and bring this well-loved fall fun back, but probably not this fall. In the meantime, he's helping to design and operate another corn maze in Lansing.
So everybody can still get their fall fun, end of September, Cottage Gardens in Lansing.
Here in Upper Michigan, temperatures are dropping again tonight. We could see frost in some areas. Ariane has the outlook on the way next.
I weigh every decision against one thought. What's best for this family? From my great-great-grandfather to my children, their only goal is to survive another season.
Yellowstone. See it from the first episode starting Sunday, September 17th on CBS.
Range Bank's annual school supply drive is here again. Help make a difference in local schools by donating school supplies to any Range Bank location. Introducing the Range Bank School Spirit Debit Card. Since 2015, Range Bank has donated over $60,000 to local schools through this program. Proudly display your school's logo on your debit card. For a list of participating schools, visit rangebank.com. Joining Range Bank is shaping a brighter future for local schools. For more details about the 2023 school supply drive or to make a donation, visit rangebank.com. Range Bank, a bank for local schools. Member FDIC.
Superior Collision is seeking a certified auto body technician for full-time employment. Qualified candidates can call or apply in person, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Friday.
I'm Lily Simmons. Watch my reports from Escanaba and Delta County only on WZMQ 19 News.
WZMQ 19 News, honored with the Best Newscast Award from the MAB. Thank you for watching WZMQ 19 News.
Our temperatures this evening expecting to be anywhere in the 40s to 50s, but could even dip down into the 30s. Again, expect that patchy frost after midnight, especially over the west interior. Tomorrow, though, we're building a forecast up to about 70, 75 degrees, lots of sunshine. We could start with fog in the morning as well, so heads up on that. Could be very dense, especially along the lakes. And then that Marquette Marathon going from Ishpeming to Marquette on Saturday. We're looking at temps around 65, almost 70 there by the time the race starts, and then eventually those clouds will give way to more sunshine. Our 7-day outlook for Escanaba, we've got temperatures warming up into a very gorgeous weekend ahead.
That does it for us for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here tonight at 11:10 Central.